First, I had this seminar. I've never even heard about it before, but now I'm here. And
are you a believer?
A believer? My French teacher always said, believing is something we do in church.
How about faith in non-preconception?
Yeah, that's actually a nice thing, but it doesn't happen. The preconceptions are high, like everywhere else, but the idea is neat.
So what kind of preconceptions do we have here? Let's say within the context of this seminar.
I think the main preconception is that we expect something. And actually the interesting thing about is that the idea would be not to expect something, but to deal with what we see. And that doesn't really happen all the way down. It could happen more openly.
Now, in your own work, can you comment a little bit about if this idea of preconception applies to your work? In my opinion, it totally does.
Actually, I think that's one of the main issues I'm trying for myself, because I always try to rid me of anything I hear. Like I do something on work, I do something on prostitution. So I try to forget about everything I heard so far about that theme. I go places, I try to be curious, and I try to forget everything that I heard so far, because reality changes everything. Because journalists tell you something, writers tell you something, politicians tell you something, the TV tells you something, and reality is always different.
How different is it?
You're always surprised, because the main thing is, I think, the human factor. Like, people don't live by issues, people live by their daily needs. And their daily needs are the strong thing. I think that's also the strong thing for a documentarist, that you watch the people and what do they need, what do they desire, what do they live up to, what do they want. And that's much more important than what you thought when you started the whole thing.
Issue against issue, or is there like a possibility of transcendence of that?
That all doesn't matter. It's like in a gallery, the pictures matter. And if there is a moment of beauty in the movie theater, and if there is a moment of, I never thought about this before, and if there is a moment of oh, the world looks like this. This is all this kind of seminar can do. But it ends at the door of the movie theater. What we talk about then later is just to get it into our heads of what we have seen. But that's not the thing. It's always important, where is the real thing? And the real thing here is on the screen, and that's great, because it's well chosen. It's a nice surrounding where people, like, they all come to every screening, and they're no preconception works, because they sit down at 9 o'clock, at 2 o'clock, in the evening, they don't know what they see, and they're amazed, and then they start talking. That's okay, but that's not the thing. The thing is in the movie theater.